G'day, legends. It's That Aussie Metal Guy here with Crannk.com. So tonight, this morning, wherever you are in the world, I'm joined by Bård Torstensen from Clawfinger with Before We All Die, released on February 20th. The band have returned with their first studio album in 19 years, bringing that unmistakable Clawfinger mix of groove, bite, and social commentary right when it's fucking needed back into the conversation. Bård, absolute pleasure to have you here, mate.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been 19 years. It's crazy, you know. We have, the process is has been really, really slow because we didn't meet up because we were shifting from being a professional band to a semi-professional band back in 2008, 2009, you know, and then we don't meet up and then we can't make songs and then we got the hunger again and then we try to do it. And in the end, it's our manager says, can we please make a new album before we all die? And we said, yeah, and you got the title there. So that's perfect. We started working properly on this album back in 22, I think, and we had like 5 songs or something, but now I'm really pleased with the result that we were able to make all these songs in such a short amount of time. If you compare to our previous decades, you know, so I'm satisfied.
Yeah, it's an absolutely ripping album. I will jump into that a little bit more. But first, I wanted to ask this question. You guys had been around since 1989. You were right there, the ground level of the European rap metal, absolute pioneers, and paved the way for so many bands coming in behind you. When you look back at those earliest days, did it feel like you guys were building something different straight away? Or did that kind of just reveal itself as the band kind of come together?
Well, it was kind of a conscious choice, in fact, because me and the other guitar player, we moved from Norway to Sweden to
Yep.
Stockholm, and we got broke and we needed money, so we started working in a hospital. But the reason for us being in Stockholm was that we wanted to make a band, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like this guy, this like long, tall, skinny guy was walking the corridors and rapping, and it's like, hey. I mean, Public Enemy and Anthrax did a song. Maybe Aerosmith and Run DMC did this crossover between rock and or metal and rap. So it's like, why don't we get this guy? He's a really good rapper. You can hear that. And we play our riffs and he is rapping on top of it. And it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try it out. Then we made a really crappy rap rock song, you know, but then we started developing it because we saw that no bands had ever released a whole album with that kind of music, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like back in 91 we started the band in 90, and in 91 we really got our shit together and started working properly on songs, you know. And yeah, the first album was released in 93. So it was a conscious choice, really, to make this kind of music because we knew that nobody did this before, so that's a good thing. Instead of trying to copy somebody else, you know, it's much better to try to make your own style of music.
Yeah, and you were always known and still are known as a band that, and rap was always known for it as well, being having talking about the political issues and the shit that's going on in the world and that's not okay, with the people running the country, fucking racism, inequality, the fucking injustices of the fucking
Mm.
perpetrated from the rich fucking class right through into the poor. And then after how many years of you guys being around, those same songs are just as fucking relevant today as they were then.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like, and maybe even more. It's like it feels like the evolution is going backwards.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what the fuck? It's like you got all these anti-gay, laws that are popping up in different countries all
Yep.
over the world, and it's like the wars that are going on, and it's like it's like a lot of people in charge that shouldn't be in charge. You know, that's really they trying to kill the whole fucking idea of democracy. It's like
Yep.
it's getting everything into some kind of a uh, dictatorship, light, or to put it that way.
Yeah.
So I fucking, it's going backwards. I fucking hate it. And uh, the way we did lyrics always been very natural because Zach, he grew up like in the punk environment back in the late 80s or
Yeah.
mid 80s. And so it's been really a natural way to do songs for us because I mean he's writing 99% of the lyrics, but of course uh, we are very much into the same groove as he is, like socially. So it's been it's the way we should do it. It's the way we are, and so we always have to comment. We're not here to save the world, but we want to comment on stuff.
Exactly. And Zach's always had that, like, I know it's like labeled as metal, but he's always had that hardcore edge to his vocals from
Yeah.
his time as the punk. Like, I was listening to this album the last few days, and it's just like, man, I'm like, this dude, I just forgot how good he is with those hardcore kind of bars and the rap and how it just fits so fucking well.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really been, when we make an album, it's not like we start by thinking of it as a concept. It's more like I told you, the manager said, let's make an album before we all die, and then you can use this title and try to link it up to stuff. Okay, what's happening in the world? Okay, it's a lot of environmental shit that's going on that is like, seems like the planet is going to hell, and then you got uh, all the what do you call it, polaricity, what do
Yeah.
you call that? Yeah,
Polarity. Yeah.
polarity. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the word. I have to take an English class, I guess, but so you can link it up, and then you can make a concept out of all these songs that we made, and so it's I guess the two only songs that were really planned for this album and this title was the two last songs. We needed to have 12 songs on the album,
Yep.
so we wrote two songs in the end. It was one song about wars, um, called Kill the Dream, and the other
Yep.
song was We Need a Title Track, Before We All Die. So these two songs were the only one that was planned, and then it's the rest was there, and but we managed to put it together in a right way, so to make it some kind of way stick together and glued together.
Yep.
And yeah, and there the album was, and we are happy.
I know, and I'm sure it's purely coincidental, but the last album, Life Will Kill You, and then it's Before We All Died, so it's
Yeah,
almost like it fits in quite
yeah,
nicely
yeah,
with the theme from the last one. It's like, there's a go, there's another fucking album before we go. Life didn't kill us,
yeah.
we're still here
So
making bloody new music. Why did now feel like the right time for Clawfinger to properly return with a full-length album, besides the managers saying you needed to make another one?
I think that uh, the technology of today is like, I'm at home now.
Yep.
Jok is in north of Sweden. Sak is in Stockholm. And the technology today, I can speak to you from Australia.
Yeah.
You know, we can send files. So it's like the whole album has been made uh, with none of us being in the same room.
Yeah.
So it's only been like, I'm working in my home studio, sending stuff to Sweden, to the other guys, and they start working on this idea. I get ideas from them, and I work on them these ideas, and then in the end, it's an album. It's I think it's the technology that made this possible for us, because otherwise, I don't think it would have happened. in fact.
Yeah, well, it's a different time now. You're able to do that, pull the brakes up and go, oh, I want to work now, sit there and able to do this with you guys across the line
Mm,
instead of having to leave your families or whatever,
mm,
like we did 20 fucking odd years ago, lock yourself into a studio for a week or two, make music.
yeah.
Now it's like you can
Mm,
kind of have that balance a little bit more as well. So you can make music when you're feeling that creative urge instead of going, nah, we got to lock in now when you're not even feeling it.
yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right about that. It's like I get an idea from say Jokke, and he sends me a beat or something, and I can sit there. It's like we don't have the studio clock running, you know. It's no stress. It's like I can have my coffee, I can listen. It's like okay. Then I can start working on it, and it's like, nah, it doesn't work. I can't find anything, and it's like, I go to bed. I I sleep on it, and tomorrow morning I will find something maybe, and I take my time and I really melt the idea, and then it's like, yeah, 3 days later I got an idea, I got a riff going. You know, it's like this is cool. Okay, now I send it back. I guess the same thing happens for them, you know, and it's like it's really been easy doing this, doing it this way. It's like I can decide my own time. I can use my personal creativity clock, I guess, and that really has made this album be ready, be be done in a short amount of time if you compare it to what we did before.
Yeah. Yeah, and a little bit more enjoyable too, as well, making it, I suppose, at that pace too. And I was reading there, like, Zach was saying that like tracks like Big Brother came from an idea he had 2007. It just shows how spot on the songwriting and the foresight of like his lyrics and kind of what he's seeing happening with the political sphere. Because like 13 years later, those themes are even more relevant probably now than they were back in 2007 as well.
Yeah, I think that, you know, Sachs always been really good in writing timeless, timeless lyrics. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you can see the lyric from 93, 95. It still works today, you know. It's like we have the same shit going on, and it's maybe a little bit even worse, you know. So it's yeah. So you're right, you know. The song Big Brother is it's about, you know, that's a direct, you know, the title is very direct from the show that was going really worldwide, the Big Brother show, you know.
Yeah.
And but that's just developed into a really weird scene, you
I know.
know, in many different, you know, with many different styles of it, you know. But it's the concept there is like it's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, it really does have that real grinding feel to it. Those guitars are just great. I
Mm.
love the mix. You guys always have that balance in between you and Jockey as well, kind of between the keys and the grind as well. And you can feel that the push and the pull, as I mentioned, between the guitars, the keys, the
Mm.
programming, and the rhythm as well. How do you guys kind of balance all of that space so the song stays heavy? But never feels overcrowded with everything you have going on as well.
Well, you know, the most important thing with music, you need to make it dynamic.
Yep.
That's for us, you know. Of course, there are bands that are just, you know, go straight ahead, just full blast all the time, you know, and it works. But for us, it doesn't. You know, we need to get the dynamics into it, and get some space, some air into it, and to make the riffs even harder, you need to have something before the riff and after the riff that are not so heavy, you know. And it's like yeah. So it's like composing thing, and it's like we always did it that way, you know. And and I guess that, you know, we've been doing this for like 35 years, you know,
Yeah.
and so you're getting better. It's the same as rehearsing a guitar, you know. The more I practice, the better I get, you know. And I guess that's the same thing with songwriting.
Yeah, well, Clawfinger have been one of those bands that have been around so long. I kind of I'm 45, and I kind of remember you guys when I was getting into metal, and it was always that band that kind of done their own thing. It was like Clawfinger. It's like you'd be listening to like all this other shit, and you got to have some Clawfinger as well. It was one of those bands as well, and it must be really interesting now to kind of see that still now after all these years, kind of seeing these younger fans kind of discovering Clawfinger now as well, because it's a different generation. They can through Spotify and go, oh fuck Clawfinger, go find an album or whatever on YouTube and that. Whether it is through the newer material, older songs or clips going around as I'm mentioning on YouTube. What has it been like watching a new generation connect with you guys as well?
Well, it's it's like you go to the show and you see the kids from '93 has become fathers of nearly grown up children that they bring to the show. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we are some kind of way getting close to a micro Rolling Stones concept here. But it's great, if we can inspire or make somebody young listen to us as well. It's like I'm really happy about that. You know,
Yeah, it's always great when you see the parents bringing the kids along to the gigs. Like
yeah,
I've been to some brutal shows and they've stopped and sang happy birthday. I had a circle pit going around the kid. It was
yeah,
just
yeah.
the most priceless memories. Clawfinger are often spoken about as pioneers, not only of European rap metal, but rap metal in general. They can't be fucking mentioned without mentioning Clawfinger, one of those bands that have kind of helped show the groove, aggression, and intelligent social commentary could all sit together. When you look back on your legacy, what are you most proud of, mate?
Well, of course, I'm most proud of that we were able to make this concept, to make the style. It was a very conscious choice. So it's so that I mean, and also being true to what we do. We've been wobbling a lot, over the years. It's like, oh, we gotta change, we gotta try to make something, make it sound a little bit, and it's like it always comes back to being Clawfinger.
Yep.
We, I mean, we tried that, sometime to just let's make a country song, and it's like we made a country song and it sounds like Clawfinger. So it's
Yeah.
like to being able to have created that personality some kind of way is a thing I'm very proud of, because that's very important when it comes to in art or music or whatever. It's like you can see it's Banksy, you can see it's Picasso, you can hear it's Meshuggah, you can hear it's Rammstein, and it's like it's a strong personality, and being able to have achieved that, that's what I'm most proud of, I guess.
Damn fucking straight, Bard. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat today about Before We All Die. It's brilliant to hear Clawfinger back with the same fire, intelligence, and groove that has made the band so important in the first place. Absolute pleasure. Last words, shout outs, and thank yous are all on you, my friend.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. You take care.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so very much.